And a good morning to you. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. Seems like I haven't been with you in a long time when I don't do the weekends. It just seems like forever when I get back to the cozy nook to pop out a video and talk to you. Just a couple quick things. The picture behind me has been there for as long as I can remember. There's no secret meaning to it. It is a picture of a rooster because this is where I sit in the morning, early in the morning, so it's appropriate. It is not crooked. As I'm looking at the monitor, it looks like it's off, and some people thought maybe there's like something happening somewhere, some weird secret meaning of it, and I just have to laugh at the subliminal stuff that people read. I have to just hold back on the comments, back on things like that. But we're going to have a really good show today. You're really in for a treat. But first, coffee. Yeah, Ethiopian. Just out of this world. Out of this world. Yesterday I did the Guatemalan. I get on these kicks. For the longest time, Sumatra was my favorite. It's not anymore. I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite. And I'm still waiting for the coffee company to want to sponsor the Daybreak Show. Not just one show, but sponsor it 5 days a week. We're going to get right into my Twitter feed. If you're not following me on Twitter, what I do is I repurpose my content. In other words, today I'm going to be talking about my Twitter feed and my concepts and the things that I've written in the past 2 days. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at George Bruno. It's all kindness until they find out you believe something they don't. Then it's die, heretic. Isn't that right? Vince Lombardi said, if you aren't fired with enthusiasm, you will be fired with enthusiasm. The most interesting line a gal ever used on me was, Mr. Miyazaki, I'm such a huge fan and I've seen all your movies. Because I'm a film minor, I know what she meant. I remember walking into a place and my hair was all messed up and I didn't fix it properly, and I just kind of like did this comb over thing. I just kind of like did that to my hair and the beard, and I had like glasses like this on. And when it's just the combed over hair, the glasses, and the white beard, it looks like Japanese film director Miyazaki from a distance. Now, obviously, you can tell I'm not Japanese, but I could see where somebody would get that from a distance. But I'll never forget that line. That was kind of funny. I knew a woman whose husband died suddenly. Massive heart attack. No words could console her. He wasn't ill. It was just one day, or 1 second he was here, 1 second he was gone. She went outside and laid on the ground, shorts and a tank top on, with a lot of her skin being in contact with the ground for several hours a day. And she felt herself being healed by direct contact with the earth. Direct contact, no blanket, just laying down on the ground. I was reminded that some people call that earthing, and I think there is some truth to that. There was when I used to go on vacation a lot in St. Martin, there was a gal who never had a beach towel or beach blanket. She always laid directly on the actual beach sand itself. And that was her thing. She wanted direct contact, didn't want anything between her body and the earth. It's fascinating. Whatever company I become a video spokesperson for is going to explode over time. The other companies are going to wish that they had me because I'm relentless and I'm not going away, and I'm like the waves pounding on the rocks. I just don't go away, and I keep chipping away. I say screw competition because when you compete, you're always looking over your shoulder, waiting for a competitor to creep up on you. I don't believe in competition. I believe in dominating and being number one and not even having a close number two. That's how I feel. So if a company works with me, it's balls to the walls, pedal to the metal for them. Keep that in mind. Make curvy again. When did curvy become fat? A lady never leaves her escort. It isn't fair. It isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. Frank Sinatra, 1963. Maybe the most important thing I'm going to say all morning. Always maintain frame. Men, share your feelings, your ups and downs with another man who can handle that information, that data. Your woman loses respect for you when you open up to her, when you're honest with her. I get being honest. I get that. I get having open communication. But your vulnerabilities, she doesn't handle them the way that you think she can process them. She doesn't. You've been taught to believe, and she's been taught to believe, everyone's equal. They're not. Women take your vulnerabilities and they turn it around in their head as your weakness. And you become weaker in their eyes. They might say, oh, thanks so much for being vulnerable with me. You end up losing respect, whether it's a girlfriend or a wife. Talk to another man. Talk to another man about it. Never open up. Women need a rock. They don't want to be the rock in the relationship. You be the rock. I know that's a new concept for some of you, and it's offensive for some of you. Suck it up, Buttercup. Rollo Tomasi, my friend, says, you are expected to bear, as a man, all the responsibility for being called a man, but if you presume any authority, it's equitable to a hate crime. You have responsibility, or you're given responsibility, but no authority. The dude selling $2 ice-cold water bottles at intersection makes more money than you probably think he does. He puts on ratty clothes, he parks his Land Rover or Lamborghini down the street, stocks up on water every day at Costco. Cash. C-A-S-H. Cash. The problem that you have with most platforms that you can monetize is that they can deplatform and demonetize, and you lose income with one keystroke from one person in customer service. With one keystroke, some censor or person who is working the overnight shift doesn't like what you say, or you have enough people flagging what you say, or gets offended somehow, some way, and you're gone. This is one of the reasons why anyone with the values of your grandfather needs to have their own platform. Coming soon, my own platform. Even Patreon has kicked some people off because of things that are considered offensive. Observation. When I used to watch the show Cops, I remember it was on Saturday nights, right before, there was 2 shows I used to watch, 2 or 3 shows. I used to watch Cops. It's back when I was watching TV 20, 25 years ago. Cops, Millennium, and X-Files. I used to love, absolutely love those shows. The craziest mofos I've ever seen on the show Cops were from Broward County, Florida. Did anyone ever notice that? The craziest people. The craziest episodes were always, well, actually, they were always from Vegas and Broward County, Florida. Do they have anything in common? I don't know. Crazy, though. Nuts. Sales is the only thing that puts money in your pocket, but you avoid sales and selling. You hate salespeople because they do or have the guts or resolution or skills to do what you avoid. So you have to have the SW3 mindset, which is some will, some won't, so what? And just keep going. What if you spent 1 full day a week knocking on doors and asking for sales, making phone calls, 1 day a week, asking for a sale, making a presentation and asking for a sale? Your business will explode. You'll have more business than you know what to do with. And then you can be very, very selective. I mentioned a friend's business on social media, the power of a content creator on YouTube, and I get this letter back in the mail. To our dear friend George, thank you. Will never be enough. Our website traffic went up 650% in 1 week from your shout out. This isn't about business and statistics, it's about relationships and friendship. 650% just from getting a shout out here on this channel. Trippy, right? Money is more likely to create conditions of happiness and safety than broke ever did. Therefore, get the money. Time won't give me time, and time makes lovers feel like they've got something real. But you and me, we know we've got nothing but time. Culture Club, 1982. Sometimes I think of getting married again and having a house right near my wife. Is it a full moon or is it just Norristown, Pennsylvania? One of the most profound albums ever produced. Never gets old in my head. Bob Dylan's Slow Train Coming. So there I go again. I went down a rabbit hole this past weekend trying a smoky tea per recommendation from someone who knows that I like bourbon and whiskey and more smoky adult spirits. Is anyone here a smoky tea fan? Someone had recommended, I believe it was Adam Mandelbaum said Russian Caravan, and I did some research and I'm going to get some of that. And then there was another one called like Lap Fong Sushang or something, I don't know, something like that. And I'll probably do a video on it. A smoky tea. I think that's gonna be pretty darn good. Satire is much greater than sarcasm. Sarcasm without license is condescension. So keep the satire rolling, folks, and you'll keep the smiles rolling. Every man's response to the red pill lens is different, but being a dick should not be one of them. It should make you generally a more attractive person to all humans, women, men, everybody. Be the kind of person that people want to be around. Thrive, not just survive with your new knowledge. You've got to treat yourself like number one. Do you need to be reminded? It doesn't matter what you do or say. Just forget the things that you've been told. We can't do it any other way. From the song Shout It Out Loud by Kiss, 1976. I'd rather whoop your mind than whoop your ass. Ladies, please do us a favor and leave the seat up. I don't do pity. I do compassion. Ivan Throne. A woman that understands her man can now, in 2018 obviously, send alluring, attractive, fun, flirty selfies and charge his batteries. I didn't say sexual pictures. I said fun, alluring, attractive, flirty selfies. And I'm kind of tired of the soy boys that will say, well, if she works, what if she has a job? She doesn't have time to do that. She's got time to do that. She's got plenty of time to do that. She's busy. She's got time to do that. Go ahead. Keep making excuses for her. Ticking away the moments that make up a dull day, you fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way, kicking around on a piece of ground in your hometown, waiting for someone or something to show you the way. Pink Floyd, 1973. I grew up Baptist, and then I came into a lot of money. Now I'm Presbyterian. Durwood Fincher. I wish people were as sentimental about the Pledge of Allegiance in America as they are about Twinkies and bacon. The only thing you can do about your past is to learn from it. The past does not equal the future and is not the best predictor of the future. Only if you don't want it to be. You can decide that your life is going to be different from here going forward. That's what being unstuck is all about. And let's read some letters. This one's called 23 and Unstuck. I live in Pennsylvania, 23 years old. Or I'm from Pennsylvania, currently live in North Carolina, working on a master's. Your YouTube videos have resounded about the space between my ears since I started watching almost a year back. I just wanted to share a few ways in which you've impacted my outlook on life. All throughout undergrad, I dated a beautiful blonde after I shared a class with her during my first semester. Blah, blah, blah. A few months in, she dumps me out of the blue an hour after doting about how square-jawed our children will be on account of distance. My bottom fell out. Jordan Peterson, yourself, and the 21 entourage got me through the fallout, along with her female friends, to which I felt comfortable confessing my emotions. This, on the part of the latter, was a mistake for the reason mentioned below. It was you, for my parents are currently occupied with a separation, that got me through the initial weeks. Thank you, sir. As I internalized masculinity, really for the first time in my life, I realized how much I've been held down. I've consequently excelled in my master's like never before, and I have consulting job offers. in the energy industry 6 months out from graduation. As I became stronger, I noticed something profound. The academia's ideological pathology manifest. Her friends who kept up on me through my worst days, they have vanished as I found steady ground. It's almost as if they don't want me to succeed. As for my ex, she seems to have forged another long-term relationship. And from my distant perspective, the only normal semblance in her behavior since our last day together has been her unfriending of me as I've posted about grants, conferences. Though I doubt I'll ever forget about her, all cords are cut. Time will tell, and I'm up to new things. For the sake of brevity, I will stop here, and I just want to say thank you. Share just a glimpse of how you've impacted my life trajectory and communicate some lessons of my own. I'm thinking about the Savinelli series author pipe for my inaugural pipe. I'm a bit young, but it should aid with my many writings currently underway and those to come. And if you wish to share this, I request that you keep out names, personally identifiable information. This is very personal compared to what I'm used to sharing, but addressed to you it feels normal. With sincerest regards, and then person gives their name. Thank you. There usually is a team, what I would call a recovery team. When I asked people who are their favorite content creators, many people said me. Listed along with that were Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, Aaron Marino from Alpha M, as the team of people that help you be well-rounded and grounded. There are people who will help you get your crap together. People that you watch, like me, and others, who are going to give you a perspective that you wouldn't normally get in your everyday life or from your friends or from your family. And you're not going to get a lot of help from your friends and family. Let's get real. They're going to expect you to just snap out of it. And I'm with people for the long haul. He's been watching me for a year. It makes a lot of sense. Have a team to help you recover, rebound, reboot, get unstuck in everything in life. Have your 5 favorite physical fitness guys, your 5 favorite relationship guys, your 5 favorite fountain pen guys, your 5 favorite beard maintenance guys, your 5 favorite pipe smoking guys, like whatever your thing is, or several things. You always have a cluster of people that are there for you day in and day out. Well, I hope you have a great day. It's Monday. This is Thanksgiving week in America. I know about 60% of my audience is in America. Then it goes like UK, Australia, Germany. I forget right now what the stats are. Huge UK following, and I appreciate that. Thanksgiving is an interesting holiday in America. Most people really don't give thanks on Thanksgiving. It's more of a day off from work. I wish we could just like stop all the holidays and just restart the holidays, reboot them for what they really are all about. Just my little gripe about holidays. I have nothing against official days off or paid time off from work. I just think it's interesting. I don't take days off, never take a day off. My day of rest is when I sleep. Got a really good night's sleep last night. I go to bed fairly early. I get up early, as you know. And sometimes when I think, if I'm on a trend where I'm not getting the most solid sleep, I will take an herbal supplement because I believe plants are medicine. I believe meat is food and plants are medicine. That's my take. That's what works for me. And I take a capsule if I can't sleep, or if I feel like I'm in a trend of not getting the longest, deepest sleep, sometimes I take a capsule of valerian root. Some people will have it in a tea, and I sleep throughout the whole night. Just boom, gone. And it's not a drug. It just has a calming effect, like chamomile tea, that type of thing. I'll put a link to it down below. I would rather see you take an herbal supplement than a pharmaceutical supplement, if that works for you. I just think that, like, there's no side effects. You're not waking up feeling hungover or groggy, or your organs aren't fighting some pharmaceutical. There's no strange side effects. Hey, have you tried ButcherBox yet? You should. I'm going to be doing a video soon on the meat that I get from ButcherBox. It's blowing me away. That's all I can say. Hey, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get some work done. Drink your coffee. Kill it till you pass out tonight. Go make that money. What are your dreams? Last year, someone said they no longer have goals, they have a to-do list, and I adopted that. What is your to-do list for 2019? It might be too late to get unstuck now, but I'll tell you this. For 2018, that is. 2019 is the year that you get unstuck, and 2020 can be the year that you make your first million. That's possible. It's not other people that do it. Special people, gifted people. You can do it. I don't care what your language skills are. You can do it. And with that, have a great day. See you tomorrow morning.